Hello, everybody. My name is Malcolm, and welcome to Pitchside, where we discuss the biggest moments and the hottest trends in world football. I just want to take the time to thank you for being here with me. Could have been anywhere else on YouTube, but you're here with me, and I appreciate that. If you haven't heard, Cristiano Ronaldo set a Juventus record when he scored in his 10th consecutive Serie A game, beating out David Trezeguet's previous record at 9 Serie A games. Unfortunately, it wasn't all smiles for CR7 because Verona would go on to beat Juve 2-1 on the night and Juventus would lose a valuable 3 points. A combination of Juve's recent performances and this loss made me realize two things. If Cristiano Ronaldo is able to pull off any heroics and lead this current Juventus side to a Champions League trophy, it would be his biggest accomplishment in his career and the greatest sporting achievement in world football. With all that being said, I'm going to give you my reasons as to why I think winning the Champions League with the Juventus is almost an impossible task for Cristiano Ronaldo. In July of 2018, Juventus signed Cristiano Ronaldo from Real Madrid in a deal that was worth over $100 million. Juventus signed Ronaldo for one purpose, and that was to help the club win the Champions League trophy. Currently, Juventus have gone over 23 years without winning a Champions League trophy and have lost 5 finals along the way. My number one reason as to why it's almost impossible for Ronaldo to win the Champions League with Juventus is that he simply needs more help. In the 2018-19 season, Juventus were eliminated by Ajax in the Champions League quarterfinals, and Ronaldo received the most criticism. But when you look into the numbers, Ronaldo was the only forward that showed up. In the knockout stages, Ronaldo not only scored in 3 out of the 4 games, but he scored all 5 of Juventus' knockout stage goals. Juventus would have never made the Champions League quarterfinals without a heroic hat-trick against Atletico in the round of 16. In 2020 alone, Ronaldo has contributed to 11 of Juve's 13 Serie A goals. That means CR7 has been involved in 85% of Juve's league goals this calendar year. That's simply a disappointing return from all the other forwards. It is completely unrealistic to believe that Ronaldo can play at 100% in all of Juve's knockout stage games. So I ask you this, if Ronaldo is playing bad or isn't at 100% match fitness, can you rely on Dybala or Higuain to carry you in the Champions League? The answer is no, especially when you face the favorites such as Liverpool, Real Madrid, PSG, Manchester City, and the list goes on. Ronaldo simply needs more help from his teammates if they have any chance at winning the Champions League trophy. Another reason why I believe Ronaldo can't win the Champions League with this Juventus side is that they don't perform well away from the Allianz. In fact, in their last 5 away matches, they lost 3 against Napoli, Verona, and Lazio. 2 of those teams are positioned in the top half of the Serie A table. That's simply not good enough. The last time that Juventus even recorded a league clean sheet away from home was against Torino in the beginning of November. Juventus should count themselves lucky to be on top of the league table with the way they've been performing away from home. But that luck will run out when you have to travel to the Etihad, Anfield, the Parc des France, the Santiago Bernabeu, the Camp Nou, and many other stadiums. You saw the way Juventus performed when they faced Ajax and Atletico away from home. They simply weren't good enough. And if they carry those same performances, then I predict that they will see an early exit from this year's Champions League. My final reason as to why Cristiano Ronaldo will struggle to win the Champions League with this Juventus side is that Mauricio Sarri still does not know what his best lineup is. In midfield, he either plays Bentancur, Rabiot, and Pjanic, which we'll call the technical midfield, or he plays Bentancur, Pjanic, and Matuidi, which we'll call the physical midfield. With the technical midfield, Juventus do hold on to the ball better, but they lack good pressing and they can't provide enough cover for their defense during counterattacks. With the physical midfield, Juventus don't hold on to the ball that well and they don't create enough chances, but they do press better and provide better coverage for the defense. But it doesn't matter which midfield he does play. Juventus are incapable of dominating a match from start to finish. I have yet to see it this season. Also, when Sarri plays a narrow 4-4-2, he still doesn't know who is the best player to play in that attacking midfield position. He's tried Bernardeschi, Ramsey, and Dybala, and all 3 haven't really worked out in this formation. And with his recent performances, there's absolutely no way Higuain should be in the starting lineup. Higuain has not been linking well with Ronaldo or the midfield, and there comes a time where you just have to try something new. When you consider all three reasons that I provided, it's very hard to believe that Juventus will go on to win the Champions League. But the good news for Juve is that there's time to improve. In the round of 16, they face Lyon, and even though they're not playing too well right now, they should be able to beat them and advance to the quarterfinals. If Juventus are able to eliminate Lyon and advance to the quarterfinals, this will give them confidence and time to tinker with their team before they face the big dogs in the Champions League. Those are all my reasons on why I believe winning the Champions League will be an almost impossible task for Cristiano Ronaldo. Comment below and let me know your thoughts on Juventus' chances on winning the Champions League. If you're new to the channel, make sure to hit the like, subscribe, and the notification bell so you don't miss any future content from Pitchside. If you made it this far into the video, thank you. Until next time, peace.